Okay, so here's a little routine that you can do in the morning or in the evening just to cool you down or get yourself pepped up for the day. In this routine, it's going to have a lot of focus on moving the breath with the body. This is especially important first thing in the morning when you're just waking up, and also if you've had a long day of cardiovascular exercise, which obviously you have if you've been cycling. So it's very simple. Don't be put off that you're going to be breathing with the movement. It is incredibly, incredibly simple. But let's just get straight to it. So you're going to stand, palms facing forward. You're going to spread your toes. Make sure you've got equal weight between the front and the back of your feet. You're going to bring your hips so that your hips sit comfortably over your heels and your shoulders sit comfortably over your hips. Quite often, if we spend a lot of time on a bike, you can kind of get this kind of posture from all day. So we're really trying to open that up, bringing the shoulders down and back, letting the head naturally just float up towards the ceiling, keeping the chin in line with the floor. So this is very, very simple. You're going to breathe in, and as you breathe in, you're going to bring the hand up over the head. And as you breathe out, you're going to bring the hand back down. You do the same on the other side. Breathe in as you bring the hand up, and out as you bring it down. Keep going with that. Breathe in as you bring it up, out as you come down. In as you come up, out as you come down. Brilliant. Now, and we're going to keep doing this movement, but I want you to see if you can focus on bringing some energy into your belly. So all I mean by that is just imagine you've got a zip running from your pelvic floor all the way up to your belly button, and you're going to actively engage that. This is something that can start to turn off when you're cycling, and that'll bring the pressure into your SI joints and into your lower back. So we're just going to turn that on this morning. So you're going to breathe in, and as you breathe in, you're going to pull that up, and you're going to keep it pulled in as you breathe out. Breathe in and out. In and out. Last one, in and out. Very good. We're going to turn. Well, you don't have to turn, but I'm going to turn so you can see what we're doing. And you're going to breathe in, and as you breathe in, you're going to bring your leg up. And as you do that, I want you to see if you can keep your hips in line. So what might tend to happen here is as we bring the leg up, you kind of want to do this. But see if you can bring the leg up and keep the knees and the hips level. And that is going to start to really strengthen the hip flexor, which can be, again, another cause of tightness. And it can cause lower back pain as well. So we're just going to breathe in as you bring it up, and out as you bring it down. In as you bring it up, out as you bring it down. In as you bring it up, out as you bring it down. Very good. Let's do the other side. In as you bring it up, out as you bring it down. You might feel a little juddering. In as you bring it up, out as you bring it down. In as you bring it up, out as you bring it down. Last one. In as you bring it up, and out as you bring it down. Very, very good. Now, we're going to start to open up the back a little bit. So when we do a back bend, the tendency can sometimes be to overcompensate by sticking your bum out. But what I want you to do is I want you to keep that tailbone tucked under slightly. So instead of thinking about bending backwards here, what I want you to do is I want you to lift up and imagine that you're opening up, and it's more of a back lengthener than a back bend. So all we're going to do is you're going to breathe in, and as you breathe in, you're going to sweep the hands up over the head, look up towards the ceiling, and as you breathe out, you're going to come back to the centre and bring the hands down in front of the chest. Breathe in, sweep the hands up over the head, And breathe out, bring the hands down in front of the chest. If you're in a space where you haven't got much room, you're just going to bring the hands up forward. But you're going to get the best out of it if you give it a good old stretch. And out as you come down. Last one. In as you come up. And out as you come down. Now, we're going to do something called a half sun salutation. This is going to get your legs working as well. So you want to bring your feet hip distance apart, and I just want to demonstrate something with a forward bend, because this is something that people do wrong all the time, and it's especially important if you're cycling, because we're trying to reduce the pressure on your SI joints as much as possible, and we're trying to really stretch out the hamstrings. And what a lot of people do when they do a forward bend is that they're desperate to keep their legs straight. And if you can see that if I keep my legs straight and I do a forward bend, what happens is I start to get a rounding in the lower back. And this is because my hamstrings are just slightly tight, and that means that the stretch stops being in the hamstrings and starts being in the lower back. So I want you to bend your legs. Even if you think that you've got very flexible hamstrings, still bend your legs, because all the cycling is going to have tightened them up a little bit, and it's just as a caution, keep the legs bent. So you're going to bend the legs, and then we're coming into a forward fold, and that's going to bring it more into the hamstrings there. You're going to spread your toes, you're going to root down through all four corners of the feet, and you're just going to let the hands release. Try not to allow all the weight to come into the outside of the feet here. See if you can keep the weight equally between your big toe and your little toe. Give your head a little wiggle from side to side. Then you're going to place your hands on the tops of your legs. You're going to bring your chest forward, shoulders back, and then you're going to use your bum cheeks to get yourself to stand all the way back up. Let's turn that into a sequence. So this is a half sun salutation. What you're going to do is you're going to breathe in, and as you breathe in, you're going to bring the hands up over the head, just like we did before. Look up towards the thumbs. And then as you breathe out, you're going to hinge forward, bend the legs, come into a forward fold. Lovely. Look between the legs. You're going to breathe in, place the hands on the tops of the legs, look forward. And you're going to breathe out, come into a forward fold again. Engage the buttocks, come up halfway, and sweep the hands all the way up. Look up towards the thumbs, and bring the hands down in front of the chest on the out breath. So it might seem complicated to begin with, but it isn't. It's very easy. And a way to make it very simple for you is that if you're going up, you're breathing in, and if you're going down, you're breathing out. So let's do that 2 more times so you can get that fixed into your mind and your body. So you're going to breathe in, bring the hands up over the head. Breathe out, bend the legs, fold forward into a forward fold. Breathe in, bring the hands onto the tops of the legs, look up halfway. Breathe out, hinge forward. Breathe in, sweep the hands high over the head, look up towards the thumbs, and breathe out, bring the hands down in front of the chest. Breathe in, sweep the hands up over the head, look up towards the thumbs. Breathe out, hinge forward. Breathe in, bring the hands to the tops of the legs, look up halfway. And breathe out, hinge forward. Breathe in, sweep the hands high over the head, look up towards the thumbs. And breathe out, bring the hands down in front of the chest. Give yourself a little shake. And let's just do one last stretch to get you on your way. You're going to pick up your foot and you're going to bring it up towards the bum. That's going to give you a lovely stretch along the front of the thigh. Another muscle that tends to get very tight when we're cycling. And again, just on the other side. There we are, and you're just going to bring your legs a little bit wider. You're going to turn your toes in. And we're just going to give a little forward fold there, so we're getting a stretch in the back of the legs. Use your buttocks to get yourself to stand all the way back up. Heel toe your feet together. And you're just going to reach the hands up over the head, look up towards the thumbs on a big deep breath in, and bring the hands down in front of the chest. Let's go for a neck release now. So you're going to interlace your fingers, you're going to bring the hands to the back of the head, and cradle the head in the hands, so you're not pushing the head at all. The thumbs are facing down, and all you're going to do is you're going to lift up with the chest, and you're going to release the head into the hands. I'm going to have 3 big deep breaths here. And come all the way back up. Give yourself a lovely shake out. And hopefully you're ready to start your day of cycling. Have fun today. Bye.